Can your parrotlet love you too much? Hi, I'm Kaylin, the author of The Parrot Bliss Bond. This is Raindrop, my parrotlet, and we're talking about whether or not your parrotlet can love you too much. What does that mean? Well, somebody wrote to us on YouTube and said that their parrotlet is very bonded to them, is always on their shoulder, and that when the parrotlet needs to go back in the cage, he or she complains, and when people come over, he or she complains. Why is that? What's going on? And what can you do if you have that kind of situation? Yes, it's so hard to be adored. It's so hard to have too much bliss. Could that be? Well, let's understand. Don't eat my shirt. Let's understand parrots a little better. One of the things that I think is going on here and that I think is going to really help you understand your parrot and how they think is the following. Parrots eat shirts. In addition to that, parrots are highly social critters. That means that they are always with their flock, huh, sweeties? And they have sometimes really big flocks. They have one bonded mate, and then the rest of their flock tends to be maybe 20 flock members, maybe 200, and maybe 2,000. So they're really used to being with other living critters all of the time. And they're used to having a very intimate relation with their mate and their flock. Of course, more so with their mate. That means that if you only have one parrotlet and you're spending time with your parrotlet and your parrotlet loves you, mwah, and you love your parrotlet, then it's really just natural for your parrotlet to expect that you belong to them, just like they belong to you, and that you're going to be with them and pay attention to them and only love them. And when someone comes, only you exist, or only they exist, sorry. And you are the apple of their eye, they're the apple of your eye, and if your eye looks in any other direction, you might be bitten and put into shape, into line, reprimanded. So what do you do? How do you handle the fact that this is what your parrotlet thinks? This is their mindset. This is the mindset of pretty much almost any parrot. One exception I've found is with parrots that are more communal, like my golden conure. Because they're communal, they don't necessarily expect like one committed bond within that flock of 2,000. They are okay with there being other commitments, other bonds. So if your parrotlet is only loving on you and expects the same, I strongly suggest getting another parrotlet. Now, if your parrotlet is an adult and at 6 to 8 months they become an adult, then either you have to get another adult, or if you get a baby, you have to keep separate cages and you have to keep them separate until your baby is about 6 to 8 months. You can put them together when you supervise them, but otherwise they won't be nice. The adults won't be nice to the little tykes unless it's their little tyke. So make sure you're aware of that. But why do I recommend that you get another parrotlet? Because you could still be in the flock. They're just, for so long, people have said you should only have one parrot if you want to bond with them. The thing is, I really have not found that to be true. I mean, really, really haven't. This little angel is in a cage with 6 other parrotlets. Is it 6 or 7? I mean, a little flock. She has her own little flock. And yet, every time I come to open the door, I can't even change her water every day because she flies out and expects to be with me. So, if you spend time with your parrots, you're not going to have a problem. I have someone who got a baby from me because, as you probably know, some of my parrotlets have babies. And she actually got 2 babies. And she was like, well, I want to get 2, but I don't want to not have them bond with me. And then she saw me go and get another baby and say to her, and it was a very similar thing. I opened the cage, there's 5 or 6 of them in there, And the bird just comes and lands on my finger, and she's like, oh my goodness, it's so friendly with you. And I said, yes, they are friendly. And if you put the time in, if you're connecting with your parrots, they will still connect with you. If you don't spend time with them, you can expect to be removed from the flock because you have removed yourself. They're not feeling your presence. And then they have the ability to keep each other not only company, but emotionally connected, in emotional well-being, in a place where they're going to be happy and healthy. And probably that's what you want for your parrot. Then you are going to have some beautiful birds to watch and admire, and hopefully have flying around either your home or your enclosed back area or something like that. But if you want to spend time with your parrots, you're not going to have a problem. As a matter of fact, the lady that then bought 2 sent me pictures afterwards, because I always ask for pictures. I have parrotlets. I don't know, I can't get enough pictures. Like I'm always like, send me pictures. So, as a matter of fact, join our Facebook group, Parrot Bliss Flock, and post pictures. I love seeing pictures of parrots. I am parrot crazy, and I am going to be losing my necklace very soon. I've almost entirely given up on jewelry. Okay, so the lady that got 2 parrotlets is thrilled. Her grandson comes over and like goes straight to the parrotlets and loves them too, and he's thrilled. And they got a 3rd. Now, a 3rd can sort of change things. I think that with a 3rd, like I'm actually thinking about texting her and saying, hey, you might want to get another one, because 3 might be fine, but you might want to keep 2 and 2. So that, you know, I don't know. You kind of have to think about that, because now that there's 3, well, they'll still bond, actually. Maybe it won't be a problem. And as long as she spends time with all 3 of them, and as long as her grandson still comes over and plays with all 3 of them, they're going to be like this. Here's Raindrop. We're in our enclosed back area. She could be flying around, and she's hanging out with me. Aren't you, sweetie pie? You are just the sweetest little thing, aren't you? So, if you're having too much love, give your parrot another parrot to love. We gave our macaw a macaw. They keep each other company. They love each other. They groom each other. They play with each other. They feed each other. They preen each other's tail feathers. I'm not going to do that. So she has someone to really bond with, really enjoy and share her life with, and we spend time with them, and they still love us as well. So, double your bliss. Double your bliss and enjoy your parrot. And that way, you won't feel like you're not meeting their needs. You won't feel like, you know, they don't want to be in their cage and they're so upset and they want to be with you, because they'll have someone to be with. They'll still have the flock. And as long as they have the flock, they tend to do fantastic. Thank you for joining us in this too much bliss video. If you have any questions or comments about parrots, I love hearing them. I love learning if it's something I don't know about parrots. I love hearing questions. I love answering questions. And just thinking about parrots, talking about parrots, watching parrots, looking at parrot pictures, being with parrots. Get the picture? Okay, catch you next time.